Hey guys, it's Owen from Wrestling Inc. back with another wrestling news roundup. Without any further ado, let's get into today's biggest stories in the world of professional wrestling. Vince McMahon reportedly has WrestleMania 39 plans in place. WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon reportedly has plans in place for the top matches at WrestleMania 39. WWE aired a new commercial for the Money in the Bank Premium Live event this week, which is scheduled for Saturday, July 2nd at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The ad featured Cody Rhodes pushing how the winners of the Money in the Bank ladder matches will get a title shot at WrestleMania. Rhodes did not mention the normal rule of being able to cash in your title shot at any time of your choosing. The ad with Rhodes led to a lot of speculation, with many people assuming that this was a mistake. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that many people within WWE were also under the belief that this year's Money in the Bank stipulations would be the same as they have been in previous years. It was said by some within WWE that the wording on the ad was a mistake that wasn't caught when it aired at WrestleMania Backlash, but then WWE aired the same commercial on Monday and Tuesday. One WWE source says McMahon has plans already in place for the top matches at WrestleMania 39, and that these plans do not include Money in the Bank winners in any of the top title matches. It's still interesting that the commercial aired 3 times without an edit. The Rock vs. undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns has been rumored for WrestleMania Hollywood for some time now, but nothing has been confirmed as of this recording. Becky Lynch vs. SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey has also been rumored. WrestleMania Hollywood is scheduled for Saturday, April 1st and Sunday, April 2nd from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. AEW Dynamite viewership up slightly from last week with strong sports competition. Wednesday's live edition of AEW Dynamite drew 840,000 viewers on TBS according to Nielsen via Showbuzz Daily. This is up 0.84% from last week's episode, which drew 833,000 viewers. This week's Dynamite drew a 0.33 rating in the key 18 to 49 demographic. This is up 3.12% from last week's 0.32 rating. This week's 0.33 key demographic rating represents 430,000 viewers who watched the show from that 18 to 49 key demographic. Dynamite ranks number 5 on the Cable Top 150 this week with the 0.33 rating in the 18 to 49 key demographic. This is down from last week's number 4 ranking. Dynamite ranks number 36 in viewership for the night on cable this week. This is even with last week's number 36 ranking also. Wednesday's Dynamite drew the 2nd lowest audience of the year so far and the 4th lowest key demographic rating of the year too. The episode had strong sports competition from the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs on cable. Wednesday's Dynamite viewership was up 0.84% from last week, while the key demographic rating was up 3.12% from the prior week also. This week's Dynamite viewership was down 10.3% from the same week in 2021. The key demographic rating was up 8% from the prior year. The 2021 episode only faced competition from a regular NBA game, while this year's show had competition from the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs. Backstage update on MJF's AEW frustration, MJF reportedly leaning towards leaving the company. MJF reportedly remains frustrated with his AEW contract situation and is leaning towards not re-signing with the company. As noted, it was reported back in late March that AEW President, CEO, General Manager and Head of Creative Tony Khan had a heated discussion with MJF, but then had a follow-up conversation that went much smoother than the first. Khan was initially upset with MJF's interview with Ariel Helwani, where he discussed interest from WWE, his AEW contract status and more. Khan was reportedly concerned about the precedent being set of AEW talents doing interviews without running it past the AEW PR team first, which has been the standard since 2019. While that was Khan's issue, MJF was said to be frustrated even before the interview happened due to his contract. In an update, a new report from Fightful Select notes that things do not appear to be improving between MJF and AEW. While there have not been any signs of outward frustration from Khan's side of things since the heated discussion was settled in April, with the two sides talking out their issues, word is that the sentiment hasn't necessarily lasted with MJF. It was noted that MJF's teases that possibly going to WWE when his AEW contract expires are not in character, and it's a topic that he's already weighed. This has been at least some of the progress on MJF's future in AEW, with a possible AEW contract extension discussed. However, many people within AEW do not believe that MJF and Khan are as close as they were prior to the reported discussion. MJF is now leaning towards leaving AEW as of now when his AEW contract expires, according to sources. The contract does not expire until 2024, so a lot can change between now and then. It was also said that contract negotiations have been mentioned to MJF, but it's not clear if that's a renegotiation of his current deal or an extension. With that said, the report notes that MJF is not 100% on leaving AEW. MJF's AEW contract expires on January 1st, 2024, and he has stated that he will be wrestling where the money is. Multiple sources have confirmed that WWE has interest in the young star and will likely want to sign him once they're able to do so. AEW sources noted back in April that Khan and MJF had maintained a good relationship since AEW launched and have become good friends. While the heated discussion was confirmed by multiple sources, it was noted that there was no fight between Khan or MJF. Top stars featured on WWE Clash at the Castle poster. The promotional poster for WWE Clash at the Castle has been revealed, with several top superstars featured. WWE announced details on hotel and fan experience packages for Clash at the Castle today, which you can find online along with a local FAQ for the event. These packages will go on sale next Tuesday, May 17 at 12 p.m. British Summer Time or 7 a.m. Eastern Time. An exclusive Ticketmaster pre-sale begins next Wednesday, May 18 at 12 p.m. British Summer Time, and then tickets will go on sale to the general public that Friday, May 20. As seen, the Clash at the Castle promo features Drew McIntyre holding his sword, with undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns in the background ready to strike. Featured on McIntyre's sword are Seth Rollins, Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch, WWE Hall of Famer Edge, Cody Rhodes and Becky Lynch. McIntyre vs Reigns has been rumoured for Clash at the Castle, but it will be interesting to see if they can stretch the feud until September. WWE Clash at the Castle will take place on Saturday, September 3rd from the Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales. Cody Rhodes replaces Roman Reigns as top star on WWE Hell in a Cell poster. It appears the reports of undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns not wrestling at next month's Hell in a Cell Premium Live event are accurate. A new poster released for the June 5th event has Cody Rhodes featured front and center as opposed to Reigns. The Tribal Chief was previously included in the promotional material for the next WWE Premium Live event. The American Nightmare replacing Reigns in the poster could mean that Cody Rhodes vs Seth Rollins 3 inside Hell in a Cell would main event the show at the Allstate Arena near Chicago, Illinois. Reigns is not advertised for any WWE TV tapings or live events for the months of July and August, with the exception of the Money in the Bank and SummerSlam premium live events. It is being widely reported that Reigns is taking time off after the June 24 taping of SmackDown. However, Roman Reigns is still expected to wrestle at WWE's 3 big stadium shows in July, August and September. So what are your thoughts on today's Wrestling News Roundup? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe to Wrestling Inc. and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.